My own sister is pregnant for my husband. When I confronted my husband, his excuse is that my sister is too beautiful to resist. So when she tempted him, he could not resist. I asked him what he's going to do about that. He had the nerve to tell me that he's going to marry my sister as well. So we live one happy big family. I deported the both of them because they're both under my visa. So my family, his family, my friends are telling me that I took things too far. I'm mean, I'm evil, I'm selfish, and I'm self-centered. Do you guys think I did the right thing? Story time. Myself and husband, we've been together for 6 good years. I came to abroad. I worked hard and I was able to bring myself abroad here. Shortly after when I got here, I brought him over. When he got here, I fell pregnant. I was over the moon. He was also excited. So I knew how expensive things are going to be. So I told my sister if she was willing to actually come over. So when I give birth, she actually help babysit. And also I would be paying her. Of course, it wasn't going to be free. She was excited and she said, listen, I didn't even have to pay her because she was happy that I was going to be bringing her abroad. So I processed the documents and they granted her. She came before I actually gave birth. She didn't go out because my sister is not the kind that likes to go out. The only time she ever went out is to go to the shops, which isn't too far from our house, and also when we went to church or when we went shopping together or went out for a meal together. So fast forward, I started noticing changes in my sister's body. She put on so much weight. She was sleeping all the time, and at first I just thought maybe she was like staying up late watching movies or whatever online. So I asked her, I was like, are you okay, because you seem to be sleeping a lot and also you're putting on so much weight. She did not actually hesitate to drop the bombshell. She splurted it out and told me that she is pregnant. I thought she was joking, and I said, okay, I know that you're not dating anyone. Well, not that I know of, you haven't told me, but who is your boyfriend? She said no, she ain't got a boyfriend. The pregnancy belongs to my husband. I thought she was joking, and I said, sister, you need to stop joking like this. She said, no, I am not joking, I'm telling you the truth. Your husband is responsible for the pregnancy. And I thought, okay, I need some time out. I waited, my husband got back from work. I told him what my sister said, and this guy had the audacity, the nerve, to tell me that my sister is too beautiful, and she tempted him and he could not resist. And I said, okay, what are you going to do about this whole thing? He said he's going to marry my sister. We live together as one big happy family. I was like, no. My sister needs to go back. She needs to go and give birth and deal with her situation. She told me that she's doing what my husband is telling her to do. I can't tell her anything. So I look at my husband and my husband said, yes, please be reasonable. There's no need for any of this. So I was like, okay, since you both decided this is how you're going to deal about it. You don't want the easy way out. Okay, let's deal with it my way. So I reported the both of them to immigration because remember, they're under my visa. So they deported both of them back to Africa where they belong. And guess what? I'm getting all the hatred, the mean words, the insults from both my own family, his family. They said it was a mistake. Why couldn't I just understand? I was like, hang on, this is like an abomination.
So guys, she said, do you guys think she did the right thing? But first of all, I don't know which part of diaspora this young lady is. And I know that this young lady felt hurt. I put myself in her shoe. You brought your wife and another man or your brother, sleep with your wife. Of course, definitely you will be very, very mad. In the other way around, she says she brought them. They came in under her visa. So if they came in under her visa, that means even when she divorced him, she doesn't have any right to deport him. Now, I'm not making case for the young man. I'm just trying to make people understand that, as I said before, I don't know which part of diaspora she is, but let me give you an example where I lived, which is Austria. As far as that person has a visa, came in, pick up her resident or his resident permit, no matter what happened in between the marriage, as far as the other man is working or the other lady is working, believe me, you cannot do anything on that person's visa. To be honest, what he did was beyond repair. Of course, I understand the young lady, and also I understand the young lady when she said the guy said he is ready to marry her sister. And then I begin to wonder, does the man think he still lives in Nigeria where you can marry 1, 2, 3? Yeah, even when you are in Nigeria, I don't think there's no woman will want you to marry her younger sister that she brought in to stay with her, and you finally did what you did. You are bold enough to tell her that you will marry her sister. Even in Nigeria, I don't think that will be acceptable. But that being said, why I'm here is I just want to, let people understand that deporting somebody that you brought in, if you marry somebody from here, for instance, you marry your wife from Nigeria, took her abroad, she came in with her visa, picked her resident permit, you sending her back, brother, unless if that woman or that man is not working. As far as that person is working, from my own side where I came from, I'm talking about Austria. So that's why I say I don't know, I don't actually know where she's, living. So as far as it's in Austria, as far as you are working, that does not do your visa anything. Instead, the Austrian law says you have to inform them that your marriage has been divorced, and they will change your visa from marriage visa to normal visa, because there is nothing you can do. But deporting you after you have a visa and you are working, my brothers and sisters, I think in Austria is not going to be possible. So, and once again, I'm here to show you guys our beautiful project. As I said, if you are in diaspora and you want Ugoegle to be there for you, this is what I do. I am willing to do anything to make sure that you have that dream house of yours. So, if you say, yes, one there. No problem, bro. No problem, bro. No problem. No problem. So, out there. This house is situated at Orchard Road, and the estate is secured, well secure. Electricity is there, water is there, and the price I always say is 380, but it's negotiable. All you need is call this number and you will get Ugoegle direct. So what are we waiting for? And again, if you think that this lady did right by deporting her husband and her sister, please write it on the comment section, because at the end of the video she said she made this video because a lot of people were against her. Both the family of the husband and her own family said that she took it too far. So if you feel like she took it too far, she wants to know if what she did was wrong, you can also write it on the comment section, and I hope she will see it to know if what she did was right or wrong. But man, we also have to understand that this time around things have changed. It's not the way it used to be, and especially when you live abroad, you have to understand there are things that you are allowed to do and there are things that you are not allowed to do. Yeah, but that being said, still, I don't want to say the woman did right and I don't want to say she did wrong. But as I said, in Austria, that thing that she did because he cheated, she deporting him back will never work in Austria. So as I said also, I don't know which country she is living that made it possible for her to be able to deport her husband and her sister. Anyway, guys, please call me on this WhatsApp number so that we can start business. I need money. Yeah.